Good afternoon, Steve Thompson, Thompson Family Motors in Senecaville, Ohio. Today we're looking at a 2005 Lincoln Town Car Signature Series. Very nice car. Michelin tires all the way around. As of tomorrow, it's going to have 4 rotors and brake pads all the way around. There's a few minor scuffs, which we have on all of our pictures at our website, thompsonfamilymotors.com. These cars are getting very hard to find. Last model year for this, the Grand Marquis and Crown Vic, which all share the same driveline chassis, was 2011. And I've always managed to keep 3 or 4 town cars for years, and it's just to the point now that I get one at a time. I think it took me 3 months. There's some out there. It's just finding a nice one. Anyhow, this thing's just ready to turn 100,000 miles. My experience has been with these cars, that 4.6 will just about run forever as long as you change your oil and keep oil in it. Get in here and turn on some air conditioning. And as I do in all my videos, if you see lights flashing, other than the seatbelt light obviously, sometimes the way I take my videos, I'm not sure why, but it'll look like they're blinking or something. Anyhow, Signature Series, it's got the AM/FM CD player. Of course, you got your dual zone climate control. AC works perfect on this car. Another added bonus, this one has the adjustable pedals, and these things were notorious for going bad, and these actually work. There's a little plastic gear in there that crack, and they just jam wherever they were stopped. Of course, automatic dimming mirror. You got your HomeLink garage door things so that you don't have to have garage door operators hanging from your visors. You got your power point, of course, in cigarette lighter and trays. Flip this thing down here, you got cup holders. 03, they've redesigned a lot of things on these cars. Dual power seats, obviously. And I forget to tell people this sometimes because I just assume they know. But the lumbar is on the front inside edge of each seat, because I've got to have lumbar, bad back. Anyway, a couple things I do want to point out about a town car. They're notorious. If you get in the back seat or a passenger, there's a couple things about that. If you get in the back seat on the passenger side and your floorboard is wet or actually has water standing in them, I've had them with 4 inches of water standing in them when I took them in, or people brought them in to either trade in on another town car. There is a seal under the hood where your fresh air goes in, because these cars have a double floor in them. In the front end and the front seats, front floorboard is a double panel floor. So the front may not be wet. Front floorboard, the water actually goes under that. There's a cheap seal that was engineered in between 2 pieces of plastic. Water will literally, that seal will go bad. It's just a foam seal. Takes me about a half hour to take one of these apart, clean everything up, and put windshield butyl all the way around there so it'll expand and contract with the plastic, the heat, and the cold. So that's just a tip I want to pass along to any town car lovers, because it can be very frustrating for people to try to find that. I know of a couple that had a beautiful 2002 town car, black in color, bought it brand new, garage kept it. They would not drive it in the rain, and had it back to their Lincoln dealer numerous times, spent several $1,000s between front windshield, back window, door seals, just everything except fixing the $1.50 seal around there. And they traded the car in. It was a good move for the dealer because they sold him a brand new Continental because the people were just so frustrated. And the dealer called me and I bought the car, and I couldn't even figure out why they would sell this car to me. And the only thing I could figure is they wanted it out of their area. The other thing I do want to give a couple hints or tips on is if in 03 and up, if you are losing refrigerant from your AC system, Ford redesigned where they put their receiver dryer, which is right there, and it's made of steel, painted steel, and they wrapped it in a plastic container. Well, that thing does what it's supposed to do, and it has it right now, condensation. It gathers at the bottom and rots the bottom of the receiver dryer out. My shop charges me to put a new one on and recharge the system properly. It's about $125, and it's done right. No more issues. The other thing I want to pass along is in 03 and up, they went to rack and pinion steering, and when they did that, there's a steering shaft down there, for lack of a better word, a couple of universal. When the car gets to the point where you don't have a center, and you've got to actually fight the steering to keep it centered, it's going to be one of two things. Either the ball joints are absolutely, even if you have them check and they say they're not loose. There's so much traffic today, apologize for the video, but we got the lake out here and everybody's having a good time. Obviously, the Jeep was going about 100 miles an hour. The ball joints, a lot of mechanics will say, well, there's nothing wrong with the ball joints because they're tight. Well, the problem is these are permanent lubricated ball joints, and the people who drive these cars usually are pretty easy and delicate on them. Another reason I love them. And the ball joints will actually get dry. The grease will actually get dry in them, and they'll get hard to turn. So, of course, the easy way to do that is have them knock loose the tie rod ends and try to move the wheel back and forth. And I just went through this a while back with my shop. They said there's nothing wrong with it. I said put new ball joints in it. They did. That fixed the problem. The car drove like it should instead of having to keep trying to center it on the road. But there's, like I say, there's about 3 tips. Hopefully it's helpful to you. Anyway, if you're looking for a very nice town car that's got probably another good 150,000 miles left in it, body's holding up well, everything works perfectly on it, go to our website, ThompsonFamilyMotors.com, or call us at 740-685-0322, and have a great day.